How you doing, Melissa? What's up, Taz Haitian King? What up, Jay Play? Alright, so I'm gonna get this started pretty soon. It's gonna be a nice and easy conversation. Hey, well, what up, Dennis? How you doing, man? Nah, this ain't that video. And I would never tell you that. Never. It's right there. That's the only team I love. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's nice out there. It's kind of windy out there today too. Yo, thank you, man. Thank you, Haitian Canes. Thank you, bro. I really appreciate that. All right, so we're gonna get this thing started, man. So basically, today, Monday, basically Senate, they passed a bill basically now that, well, not exactly now, but next year, July, or I think it's July 21st, the players in Florida will be able to get paid for their name, image, and likeliness. So you already know what that's gonna do. So from what I'm hearing, it's not official, but it's on it's in the Senate. It went from the Senate to the House. So all it needs is a signature from the House, which I'm hearing that the House is already in favor of it. So with that said, that means that players in the state of Florida will be able to get paid off of their name July 21st of next year. So basically the NCAA, they're gonna basically have to back down on not paying these players and actually pay them now. I'm trying to pull up the article right now so I could, read it off to y'all. Yeah, I think so too, Jay Play, because that used to be one of my favorite video games, man. Playing NCAA football, it's way different than playing Madden. I can tell you that much. So, like everybody already know. So, with the whole paying the athletes thing going on right now, I know California has it where their bill is already signed also. So. But their bill doesn't start until 2023. With Florida will start next year. So ours will start immediately. Now what that mean to me, that mean that Florida, UCF, Florida State, Miami, USF, FIU, teams like that, if other states don't come on and get along and, speed up the process, that means that Florida recruiting is literally going to run the NCAA. It's literally going to run the whole entire thing. So if other states don't get on board really quick, like all the recruits going to want to come to Florida. Because you think about it, if you're a player you want to get paid, you're going to want to get paid. You can either go to a school in another state, or you could come to Florida, or you could go to California. Either way, the 5-star recruits that's in Florida that normally leaves and goes somewhere else, they're gonna be staying right here in Florida. They're gonna be right here in our backyard. They either going to Florida, Florida State, Miami, and then if they can't get into one of those, you know, it'll drizzle down to the other Florida teams before they go anywhere else. Yo, what up, Kendrick? Kendrick say go Nose. I'm Florida State fans. Hey, man. It is what it is. Florida State gonna get a boost in recruits. Miami gonna get a boost in recruits. Florida gonna get a boost in recruits. If these other states do not come aboard, that's just what's gonna happen. They ain't gonna be able to keep up with us in talent. Teams like Clemson that normally gets all the great, you know, 5 stars and stuff as of lately, they're gonna be getting, they're gonna be getting all the good players, man. What y'all think about that though? What y'all think about the NCAA finally allowing, you know, players to get paid? Because right now it's not even up to the NCAA no more. They making it law. They making it legal. So they gonna either have to abide by it, or they gonna be in for a lot of legal penalties. Said weed legal in Michigan. Oh man, all the players probably high as hell. That's why they can't beat Ohio State. Yeah, I think it's good. I think it's good, Melissa, because a lot of us want to see these players get paid. Now, the downside to it is you're gonna have a whole team of players, but it's gonna be like a hand pick, probably 5 or 6 of them that name really stand out. That's gonna get the endorsement deals and stuff like that. The other team, you know, the other players on the team might feel a little left out or whatever. So, but in another way, you'll see other players starting to step up too, because everybody gonna want to make a name for themselves to actually, you know, make money off their own name. And this is also good because a lot of players don't actually make it to the league. If you think about it, there's like what, 130 schools, whatever, competing for a national championship. And then you got the NFL, which is only like what, 30 teams. All those, we got 130 schools with all these players on it. We got 30 NFL teams. Plus those teams already got players on their roster, so they don't really need much. You know, the draft is only 7 rounds. So a lot of players that's in college right now, even the good ones, even the best of the best, still won't make it on the NFL team. So it's rough. Basically it'll motivate these players to do better and to develop even faster or whatever. But also too, it might motivate some of them to actually stay past 3 years. You know what? I'm in college, I'm getting an education. On top of that, I might be able to, you know, make some money. Staying at this college might actually, you know, be financially good for me or whatever. I might even up my stacks in the draft. Because if you look at the Columbine this season for Miami, other than DJ Dallas and KJ Osborne, who really did anything at the Columbine that's like, you know, noted as great? Who really, you know, stepped up that you're gonna say, yeah, some team gonna pick them up in the first 3 rounds? Not much. But if these guys were getting paid already, they would have that motivation to actually come back. So basically what the article says is that Florida college athletes will be able to make money off their name, image, likeliness under a bill overwhelmingly passed by Florida Senate. 37-2. 37-2. You think about that. The Senate, 39 people voted on this bill. 37 of them is in favor of athletes getting paid. They're sticking into that NCAA, man. You know, you guys are making so much money off these guys. So much money. So might as well pay them, give them something. I know a lot of people are saying that, you know, you get a scholarship, you got a free ride. Yeah, we get it. We get it. But if you add up all those scholarships and that free ride compared to what they actually make off these kids, it doesn't compare in no form. It don't compare. It don't compare. Gator Hater, what up, man? But yeah, that's basically it. You know, athletes use their name, they can practice or whatever. You know, they can get endorsement. Florida is following the lead of California, which has a similar set law to go in effect in 2023. Florida's not waiting until 2023. It's going down next season, next year, next summer, July. Now, Rob Bradley, you know, Senate, the Republican Senate, who noted that California and Florida are the first and third largest states in the country when it comes to population. We are very clear message. This is a very clear message to the NCAA, the SEC, the Big Ten, the ACC, all these organizations that we are serious about doing the right thing when it comes to student athletes. Florida bill will take effect July 1st, 2021. So my apologies. I said it was I said it was July 21st. It's actually July 1st, 2021. Yeah, Democratic Senate Randolph, he also approved this with some hesitation. Well, according to him, this bill benefit the very best players in large schools. Sports is a team sports, and a lot of players contribute. And so I think we need to have more equality distribution when it comes to, you know, paying these players. Like what he's trying to say is, like, you're going to have a person on your team like a De'Aaron King. His name is well known. A lot of people are looking at him. His jersey is going to sell a lot. So he's going to make more money than, you know, a lot of the other guys. Like some of the old line, you probably won't know who they is. They probably won't be making much. Yeah, see, Jay played. I think a lot of them going to stay there 4 years now. Especially the ones that know, like, hey, my family need this money, you know. A lot of them go into the league on a third year because it's a financial thing. You know, family need money. Now, if they're getting paid off their name, they're going to go to practice, they're going to work harder, they're going to play harder in games, all that, you know, laying down when it comes to game time, that ain't going to happen no more. So you're going to, if these, like I said, if other states don't come along and join in and get this thing started to where it's, you know, all across the United States, then the teams that's going to be loaded, I'm going to say, is teams in Florida and teams in California. That's going to be where most of the talent want to be. Because if you're a player, unless you just absolutely love this state or love this team, then you're going to want to go where you can get paid immediately, where you can make an impact immediately. Yeah, say athletes will be able to be paid for their name, likeliness, image. They will be able to get similar endorsements, earn money off similar deals. So if you got a car dealership down the road that said, hey, you know, everybody in the city love you, our car dealership is right here, you know, So let's make a commercial using you. Now you're gonna make money off of that as a player, and those deals are gonna keep coming. Those deals are gonna, but the downfall, like they said, it's gonna be the most popular players that's gonna get these big deals. The other guys probably make a little something here and there, but it is what it is. Let me pull up the chat so I can see it here on the computer. Yo, what up? What up, Gold Wire? How you doing, man? Who do I think will win out of Georgia and Alabama? That's a tough one right now. Georgia looking good. Alabama looking good too, but y'all both teams kind of looking like they looking for that quarterback position right now. So, but if I had to go off like history, I'd probably go with Alabama. And plus, I don't really care for Georgia. Man, Manny Diaz ain't going nowhere, especially this season. Miami's gonna win at least 10 games or more this season. Y'all be praying that we don't go 12-0. Tell you one thing though, Alabama, Georgia, y'all states don't get together, try to get these bills passed, try to pay these players. When Florida, Miami, Florida State, all those teams start dominating the whole NCAA, then y'all will learn. Then y'all as fans gonna start to get together and rush you guys, little Senate members or whatever, and tell them to hurry up and get that bill passed, because all the talent is going to Miami, Florida State, Florida. I mean, you're going to have teams that you're going to have kids that pick UCF over Alabama or Georgia if they don't get it together. Can you imagine that? Georgia, Alabama, and all those other teams full of like 1-star, 2-star players. That'll be hilarious. Out of the incoming freshman class, who do I see having a breakout season? Breakout year? Man, that's a tough one, because a lot of them guys looking good. A lot of them looking good, man. But that running back, Jalen Knight, I think he gonna have a good year. I think he gonna make his way up there. I mean, I like Burns. Don't get me wrong, I like Burns, but I think Jalen Knight. I think Knight gonna move on in there. That's just me. I think he gonna have that breakout season. I think they gonna put him in, because seeing how he seeing him at practice, I think once he get in the game and he start doing things, I think ain't no stopping him after that. I think he just gonna keep rising. I think he gonna be one of those rising canes. But not only just him, man. Defensive end position, we got four beasts right now. They all beasts. I'm looking at it like nobody. All these teams, man, hide your quarterback, hide him. I'm telling you. Especially Florida State with y'all little little twig, that little twig y'all got back there calling. And I'm telling you, Blackman gonna be on the Blackman might be on a stretcher on the way out, man. Cause once Roachy hit him, or once your boy what's the name? Once your boy, oh man, why am I getting this guy's name mixed up right now? Why am I getting his name mixed up? Once Russo hit him, it's a done deal. Man, Gator Hater, you and the whole entire Florida State fan base, y'all already know in y'all heart y'all ain't winning this season. Y'all ain't made enough improvements to beat Miami. If y'all thought 27 to 10 was bad on our worst year, I'm predicting that we're gonna beat y'all like 37 to 13, and I'm gonna stick to that the whole season. You can hold me to that. I think we're gonna beat y'all 37 to 13. Write that down and remember it. Hold it to me if we don't. As a matter of fact, Gator Hater, I got $100 on that say Miami will beat Florida State this season. Coach Nervous ain't gonna do nothing. Coach Nervous. I seen y'all, I took some time out yesterday. I actually wasted 45 minutes of my time yesterday to sit down and watch some of Florida State practices just to see what y'all got going on. You know, you gotta keep an eye on the enemy, man. You gotta be able to see what your enemy got. You know, we gotta find the mismatches. I'm telling you, that was the most unorganized practice I've ever seen. I think the video is on War Chant or something like that. I don't know why all these FSU videos keep popping up now. I watch one video and then next thing you know, the next day, my timeline on YouTube is full of FSU stuff. I don't know why. When I first saw that FSU stuff popping up on there, I swear to God, I thought my phone had a virus. I was like, why is all these teletrashy sperminal videos keep popping up? Like, Jesus. But it is what it is. At the end of the day, y'all already know one of the greatest rivalries in college football is Miami versus Florida State. Miami's on top. We're going to stay on top. This season is going to be a win. It is what it is for y'all Florida State fans. This season is going to be a win. And like I said, Gator Hater, I got money on that. Jalen Knight, yeah. Gator Hater, yeah, you hater for real. Nah, when Jalen run all over y'all, you know what? That should be one of his breakout games. They should unleash him on Florida State, cause I know y'all defense gonna be terrible again. Y'all defense is gonna be terrible again. I can already see it. Looking at y'all. I'm telling you guys, I watched Florida State practice yesterday, and I don't know how I made it through it. This was the most unorganized thing I ever seen. I'm talking about players from every single position all over the field. They stretches look like something you do in at a field day or something. I'm looking at this like Florida State has got to be the easiest school to be a football player. I'm like the stretches and everything that they're doing, everything was so easy, but it was so disorganized, man. I could not sit there and watch that. I'm looking at the intensity of their practice too. I'm like, these guys ain't got no urgency. They ain't doing nothing, man. They're not doing nothing. If that's the way they practice continue throughout the whole year, I don't see them beating nobody on their schedule. It is what it is. Like I said, Coach Nervous, y'all new head coach, whatever, he got to get them practice together. If he plan on beating Florida like they say they're going to beat Florida this season, which I really don't see them beating Florida this season, the next season, or the next season after that, if that's how he coaching, if that's how he facilitating his practices. Now, I really don't care for Florida State. I really don't like Florida State that much, but their basketball team doing pretty good right now. They won the ACC for the first time ever. They the number one seed. They basically They got a 2 bye weeks. We play Clemson on the 10th. I think it's the 10th or the 11th, one of them. We play Clemson, so we might end up playing Florida State again in basketball. So it is what it is. I'm hoping I can put a whooping on y'all, man. Let us be the one to ruin y'all season. Y'all still gonna go dancing though. Y'all still gonna go to the little tournament or whatever. But I want Miami to be the one to put a little damper in y'all little parade. Man. So what y'all think about that? With the NCAA finally gonna have to start paying these players. What y'all think about that? What y'all think that's gonna do for recruiting? Let's say it's just Florida and California that actually passed this, which I actually see a lot of other states gonna get involved and pass this too. But let's just say it's Florida and California. How y'all feel about that? Do y'all think that all the teams in California, like who really plays in California besides, US, what is it? The Trojans, then you got UCLA. I mean, who else is there really in California? Because I know Florida got Miami, Florida State, UF, UCF, USF. I mean, even FIU might become dominant teams if the other states don't get it together and join. Because once you start paying athletes, it's a total different ball game. It's a total different ball game. A lot of these guys that would have went to their favorite school that's out of state somewhere or whatever, they're going to think twice about that. I know their parents going to think twice about that. You might have that moms and pops that's like, you know what? We want you to go to Tennessee. That's a bad example. No, don't nobody want to go to Tennessee. We might want y'all to go to Auburn or somewhere. Then you're going to have that one parent that say, you know what? I love Auburn and all, but they paying players down here. You got a scholarship to go here. It's free already. And now you're going to make money off your name to put, money in your pocket. Some of these players ain't going to be eating ramen noodles no more. Some of these players going to be out here rocking Gucci and all that other good stuff. It is what it is. And then the real smart ones, though, is going to bank that money. Is going to invest that money into something where they can make more money into the future or whatever. But what you guys think about that? Gator hater, man. It's going to be a long time for y'all to get back to national championships. The worst part about that is y'all play us every season, so it's going to be a tough time for y'all. Y'all probably would have been better off doing what Florida do and hide from us every year. You say we'll win the game for the next 5 seasons. So how many states y'all think gonna jump on this, gonna start passing this bill? Because like I said, Florida and what do you think about King? Man, King, like I said in my videos, man, King looked great down there. He looked great. If you ask me, he a little short, but it's like that shortness don't even exist the way he plays. I actually, yesterday, I went back and I watched the full game, his full game against Oklahoma. He did not look bad. The guy did not look bad. I mean, they lost to Oklahoma and everything, but that was mostly on the defensive end of the game or whatever. But King did not look bad in that game. He didn't throw no interceptions. He made key plays. And he's like, that dude is incredible, man. He's mobile as hell. So if what he did at Houston, especially from that game, I'm still going to watch more games along, because I know last season he only played 4 games. I'm going to watch all 4 of those and see, if he has that consistency. And if we could get that at Miami from what I've seen in the first game alone, we're going to be on point, man. If he could continue doing that, we're going to be on point. But you already know, spring game coming up April 11th. That's when we're going to see them actually, out there playing. You'll be able to see for yourself. You'll be able to see, him throw the ball. You'll be able to see, defenders coming at him taking off on foot. So the product will be right there in front of your eyes. And then you could, make your evaluations on what you think our season's going to be like. Because you got to look at other teams. There's only 2 teams on our schedule that could probably pose a threat to us. North Carolina and Florida State. That's it. There's only those 2 teams. Those are the only ones that could really do any damage. Because if you already know, North Carolina, they quarterback, he did pretty great last season, and he coming back this season. And, North Carolina had a great recruiting class this season also. So, they're going to be a force to be reckoned with. Now, I see us beating them, but it's going to be a fight. Florida State, on the other hand, they making improvements, but with their first year head coach and all this, mediocre players, mediocre practices that I've been seeing, I think we'll handle Florida State, like I said, 37-13. And that's an early prediction that I'm going to stick to. I don't care what it is, I'm not going to change that prediction. 37-13. SEC dog, see, we already moved on past, LA Tech, FIU, Duke, Georgia Tech, all of them. We already moved past them. Miami going to be great this season. Miami going to win at least 10 or more games this season. Now, Georgia, y'all looking good. Y'all got good recruits, whatever, this and that. Y'all got the players, y'all got talent, but y'all also a wasteland. Y'all also, you know what? One of my videos where I say Miami is a 3 and out, where basically, players come for 3 years or so and then they out. Georgia is a prime example of 3 and outs. Georgia is the main school for 3 and outs. Y'all are great with developing players, but they will not stay their 4th year to actually help y'all win a national championship. So y'all gonna be thinking about 1980 for a long time, cause that was the last time y'all won a championship. So I don't know if I can go back and forth with y'all, man. The way I could go back and forth with a Florida fan, or I could go back and forth with a Florida State fan, or even an Alabama fan, or somebody who actually won something, past the 80s. Last time y'all won, they was introducing crack. Can y'all think about that? Dang. Yo, what up, Wesley? How you doing, man? Yeah, Yeah, like I said, the whole 2019, we throw that away. We ain't looking at that no more. We moving forward. We're going straight into 2020 and 2021. First game of the season, Alabama. That's gonna be the test right there. Like, a lot of people like looking at Alabama like, yeah, this and that. We gonna play Alabama. We gonna see where we stand against all these teams. Blah blah blah. I see us beating Alabama. I see us beating Alabama this season. I see us beating with the talent that we got, plus the coaches. If they continue doing what they're doing right now, I don't see us having a problem beating anybody in the country. It is what it is. Yeah, man. I gotta understand. Miami's on the rise right now. Miami's on the rise right now. A lot of y'all saying we ain't the 2001 Canes no more. You know, we ain't the dominant Canes of the 80s. Yeah, we get it. All right. But you can only hold us down for so long. Like Manny, I like Manny. Manny last year, Manny fucked up. When he brought Enos in, he fucked up. Enos had a great resume, but Enos ain't called no plays, man. Enos was a quarterback coach, which, by the way, Enos is now a running back coach at Cincinnati. Enos is a running back coach at Cincinnati right now. Enos is a Bearcat right now. So that just goes to show you, Enos, he got a resume. He built a resume. That it is what it is. He got a resume. But you got to give it to Manny. Man, at the end of the season, Manny said, you know what? Last season we fucked up. Last season I brought in all these guys. I made all these promises, and we didn't live up to it. But as soon as that season got over with, Manny hopped on it. Manny started making moves. Here we are today. We looking good. There's not a Miami fan right now that can say that our future, moving the way we're moving right now, don't look bright. There's not a Miami fan that can say we ain't winning 10 or more games, especially that schedule. Look at that schedule. I looked at Michigan State's recruiting class for this season. Trash. Not the kids, but the recruiting class altogether. Trash. Ain't no way we losing to Michigan State. Ain't no way. I don't care if we going up there and it's snowing up there. I don't care if Santa Claus is on somebody's chimney. We ain't losing to Michigan State. Florida State and North Carolina is the only two teams that could pose a threat. The only two teams. And to be honest with you, I don't even see Florida State. I think North Carolina a bigger threat than they are. They got a lot of rebuilding to do. They need to hire, those people that throw parties, organize everything. I think they need somebody like that to come out there and separate that football field, because everything's just thrown together. They ain't got no separations in them practices, man. All they DBs and they receivers and everybody all bunched up and mixed up together. I'm looking at this thing like, I don't know how long I can watch this. Gator Hater, I don't know if you've seen that video, man, but it's on War Chant. It popped up on my screen. I don't know why, but I ended up watching it, and I was like, 40-something minutes of my time I wish I could have had back. It started off with the players running into practice, and it's like so unorganized to where one player will run in, and then maybe a couple seconds, 10 seconds later, another one will run in. Maybe 30 seconds later, I'm like, dang, nobody's on time or anything. Then you got the coaches running in like they late too. Like the whole football team late. Then they say, Georgia need to worry about another arrest. Man, I don't know what is up with Georgia. All they football players getting arrested. I don't know which one of them worse. Man, hey, King of Battle say we could get Clemson too. I don't see, like I said, bro. Miami ain't afraid of no team. Clemson, any one of them. Clemson, Ohio State, Alabama, Georgia, all of y'all. Miami ain't scared of none of y'all, bro. We'll play y'all any day of the week. Any day of the week. If you're a Miami fan and you see these teams and you like, no, we don't want to play this team, or no, we don't want to play that team. We two different fans. We two different kind. I'm the Miami fan that embrace any team that want to play us. Come on. Tell you one thing though, Georgia, y'all better tighten up. Y'all need to tighten up pretty fast. Florida don't pass their law, California don't pass their law. Y'all gonna get left behind. If y'all thought that beating that LSU gave y'all in that that SEC championship was hard, wait till you have to play Florida, and they got all these players that came down here because they want to get paid. SEC dog, I feel bad for y'all. Georgia is the Kentucky and Duke of football, minus the championship. Man, I honestly don't see how Georgia like keep winning, 10 or more games and can't never get that. I mean, they got to the promised land in 2017. Didn't they beat Alabama in the season and then lose in the championship? So they actually don't win the one that count. And then, you know what? Another thing too. A lot of Georgia fans, y'all like to talk about Oklahoma and that playoff situation. Every year, Oklahoma make the playoffs, and then they get knocked out. But what you got to understand is Oklahoma actually made it to the playoffs. They had a chance to actually get to the national championship. They had a chance. Y'all losing to LSU the way y'all did this season, man, that's tough. Because I know a lot of Georgia fans was like blowing me up, man, blowing me up. Oh, yeah. Y'all gonna watch us win a championship this season, this and that. Ain't nobody gonna stop us. We're gonna shut down Joe Burrow. Not happen. It didn't happen. But wait till these players in Florida start getting paid. Now, a lot of early predictions are already saying that Clemson gonna win the national championship this season. I don't know how y'all feel about that, but I think if Miami make the ACC championship and we play Miami football, I think we can beat Clemson. And that's just me. I don't know how you guys feel, but I think we could beat Clemson. Oh man, I'm being invaded. I'm being invaded by my kids. Y'all want to say hi to the chat? Y'all go say hi and then y'all go back to watch TV. Just say hi. Look, right there. Right there. All right. Go back. Come on this side. Yeah, see Daddy Princess? Say hi there, right there. What are you eating? You eating chocolate? All right, go watch TV with mommy. I'm gonna have to buy rings for them too. When we win the national championship, our next national championship, I'm gonna have to buy them rings too. When y'all think this for Florida State. This question for you, Gator hater. Now y'all come down to Miami and y'all get smacked and sent back home. How long do y'all think it's gonna take for y'all to fire y'all new head coach? I see us beating y'all, honestly, for the next maybe 4 or 5 seasons straight. I don't see y'all beating us. Our next year, our recruiting class is gonna be in the top 5. We already in the top 5 right now in recruiting for 2021. So we getting better. Obviously, the kids out there that's committing to Miami, they see that too. So I don't know what y'all gonna do, man. For the next 4 or 5 seasons, we gonna own y'all. It's gonna be rough in Tallahassee. Y'all gonna have coaches coming in there, and that big rivalry game, they gonna have that 0-3 or 0 whatever on their record. I mean, Coach Nervous, he already gonna be 0-1 this season. I'm hoping for y'all that y'all don't have another Willie Taggart kind of deal going on. Manny might be the Florida State coach's killer. Shit. Dennis say Tallahassee not even worth talking about. Well, Dennis, when this bill passed, when Florida start paying these players, I mean, Florida State gonna have a little buzz behind their name again. They gonna come down here chomping. They gonna be doing that little and then they gonna go home. You see how my hand just died like Yeah, man. FSU though, I gotta give them credit. They basketball team looking good this season. Plug. I want to go 12-0. Straight up 12-0. 12-0. I mean, if we lose to Clemson in the ACC championship, that ain't a bad loss, especially by 3. If by 3 points, that's not a bad loss, because you gotta look at Clemson for what Clemson is right now. Clemson is on the rise. They've been on the rise for the past 4 or 5 seasons. So losing to Clemson, it just shows us, especially by 3 points, that we in the right direction. From a couple of seasons ago when they beat us like what that was, 55-3. If we go to Clemson, if we go to the ACC championship and lose to Clemson by 3, at the end of the day, I'm gonna be mad that we lost, but I ain't gonna be, I ain't gonna be like last time. Oh, you said 3 touchdowns? Oh man, 3 touchdowns, dang. That kind of I don't know. I mean, either way, I want to be in the ACC championship, because whether or not we beat them, we made it there. That just showed improvement throughout the years. Because if we go 12-0, that just show you Miami is not digressing. We going up. And if we could like maintain going, 10, 11, 12 wins each season, we're just going to keep rising. We're just going to keep rising. That national championship is going to be right there for us to grab. Clemson is right now. Clemson is where Miami used to be in the 80s. You see all them national championship we went to and we won. That's what Clemson is at right now. We trying to get back up there. So if we go 12-0 and they beat us by 3 touchdowns in the ACC championship, it is what it is. We're going to go back to the drawing board. We're going to come back and we're going to keep going at them. There's a lot of kids out there, especially the ones in our backyard in Florida, that's going to see that, hey, man, 1 or 2 of us would have stayed home. We could have won this thing for the state. We could have won this thing for the city of Miami. We're going to have those. I want the 12-0, bro. I want the 12-0. I don't want to lose to none of them ACC teams. I want to be able to dominate. I want us to dominate them. I want that fear that they used to have. Teams used to fear Miami. Teams did not want to play us. When they had us on their schedule, they did extra. They went out of their way to practice more. They went out of their way to study more. They had to do everything in they possible. They had to do everything if they think they're going to beat us. I want that fear back in them. I want dominating wins on good teams too. Like the way we beat Notre Dame, I want to see that kind of dominance on a regular base. I don't want to have 2017 when we went 10-2 or whatever. We didn't dominate those teams. Some of those wins that we came out with, it was like last minute, or we got some miracles in there. I don't want that. I want some domination. I want to be able to sit back and watch the game, and at halftime, we up by 17 or more points. The next half, we don't slow down. Because that's another thing, too. Miami, as of lately, we've been playing down the teams. We've been looking at teams like, we better than them. We supposed to win. They're already predicting us to win. And then we go and expect them to lay down for us. And then next thing you know, we get upset. I want Miami to dominate these teams. Duke, we should beat Duke at least by 30 points every season, if you ask me. That's the kind of wins I want. I don't want those wins where I'm sitting at the edge of the bed in the fourth quarter, like nervous and shit, wondering if we're going to win or not. I don't want them close games against Florida State. Florida State is the only exception on that list. Because they're gonna play their hearts out each season too. Because this is a big rival between us. But I don't want us losing to none of these teams in the ACC. I want us to dominate all of them. Yeah, like Kendrick said, North Carolina beat us. That I don't want to see that. I don't want to hear North Carolina beat Miami. Never again. Never again. And Georgia talking about Dabo Swinney, wee. Just remember next season when Dabo Swinney beat y'all, wee. Man, if Clemson would have played Georgia, Clemson would have smacked Georgia. Everybody know that. Georgia ain't even had no offense. The whole world could have saw that Georgia ain't had no offense. Shoot. I think Georgia had one of them Dan Enos type offense last season. And as you see in the SEC championship, LSU exposed that ass. Like I said, there's only two teams that could challenge Miami this season. That's either Florida State or North Carolina. Those are the only two teams that could challenge us on that schedule. We shouldn't We should not lose to any other team on there. And we shouldn't even lose to those two teams. But they're the only ones that could probably really challenge us. Yeah, I say Florida State will be our toughest game. I think North Carolina looked good, but I still think we beat them. I still think we beat North Carolina. It's the only iffy game on there, really. Well, you could say it could go either way, is Florida State. And we got way more talent than they do. Yeah, you're right. We could win the Coastal being 7-5, but I don't want to be 7-5. I don't want to be 7-5. I don't want to be 8-4, 9-3. I want 10 wins or better. 10 wins or better. With the talent that we have, the teams that I schedule, ain't no way we can't win 10 wins in this season. See, right now, I'm waiting on the spring game, man. I can't wait for the spring game. I want to see everything live and in action. I want to see what Miami, this Reed Lashley offense got to offer. I want to see that fast tempo, cause you know we got speed already. That ain't even a question. Miami got a lot of speed, so I want to see that in action. Exactly. That's basically all North Carolina do have is that fade route. They really ain't got no running game. Yeah, plug. Like I said though, if teams like North Carolina and basically any team right now that's out of the state of Florida and California, if those other states don't get in line and pass them bills and start paying these athletes, all the talent is gonna be in Florida and California. California gonna be behind us. They're gonna be behind us because theirs don't even start until 2023. Ours will start 2021, which is next season. So players next summer, they will be getting paid off their name. If they made a great impact this season, next season they should be getting paid off their name. So, like I said, a lot of these kids, they gonna go where the money at. A lot of the talented ones that know they could go anywhere in the country and compete, they gonna be right here in the state of Florida. Like I said, the main teams they gonna go to: Florida State, Florida. Then they're gonna just drizzle on down to UCF, USF, FAU, FIU. But the talent gonna be right here in Florida. All these players gonna want to be right here in Florida because they know that's where they're getting paid at. Can you imagine going 4 years in college, getting an education, you on scholarship so it's free, and then now you got money in your pocket. You're making money off your own name. See, even simple things like YouTube. A lot of these players could start up a YouTube and start making money off of that. A lot of these players could go on Instagram, start taking pictures with other companies' logos and stuff like that on it, and make money off of that. Because a lot of people gonna do that. Hey, I got this company, this and that, this our shirt, this our logo. Take a picture of this and post it on your Instagram or whatever, and recommend people to come to us or whatever. A lot of people gonna make money off of that. A lot of kids gonna make money. Their parents gonna see this and they gonna love it. Yeah, you right. You right, plug. When it happens, we'll see. But right now, the bill is out there. It's been written. It's been passed today. Senate voted on it 37-2. Basically, there's 39 people that voted, and 37 of them said yes. So right now, this bill is sent up to the House of Representatives. So that once the House write off on it, it's a wrap. It'll be in place. It's already happening in California, but like I said, theirs gonna start to 2023. Ours gonna start immediately next year in July. So once it happens, I feel bad for them other states that don't get on board, and especially if they do get on board, but they get on a little bit later, we're gonna have all the talent. All the talent is gonna be right here in Florida. Gator hater, Gator hater, you hating, man. Your whole team right now probably would love to be in Florida. They know Coach Nervous ain't gonna do nothing this season. Y'all lucky Willie Tiger ain't come up there and take back all his players. How many Canes fan gonna be at the spring game? Let me know in the chat. The boy Rob Lycan, our wide receiver coach, man, that guy right there, man, that guy is intense, man. That guy is on them. Our receivers gonna be looking great this season, man. This dude is on it. I don't know if a lot of y'all are subscribed to Caneville. Caneville got a lot of videos, man. Caneville got all the practices and everything like that. Y'all can see for yourself. Like, he got extra videos and stuff too, you know, from the practices if you wanna, you know, I think it's like $10. You know, send you the clips or whatever, send you all the videos or whatever if you wanna see for yourself. But them kids looking good down there. You could tell it's a huge difference too in that locker room than it was last season. They more motivated too. Now, I seen somebody was posting the other day too, was saying that Ed Reed was at like a golf tournament or something when practice starts or whatever, this and that and the third. A lot of people don't realize that Ed Reed is not a coach. He has the ability to coach, but he can't be on that field coaching. A lot of people did not listen to that press conference when he basically told you what his job title was and the description of his job title. Ed Reed is not going to be on the field coaching. So whether or not he's there doing this, that, and the third, he's not going to be coaching. He's not going to be out there helping them practice and this and that and the third. That's not his job description. That's not his title. So at the end of the day, when Ed Reed do come on and start mentoring these kids and start being around more, y'all will see the intensity. Y'all will see, man, the impact that this dude has. anyways, guys, man, I gotta go. I gotta start gotta take the kids, go get them something to eat. Don't really feel like cooking today. My girl don't feel like cooking today, so I'm gonna have to, hop off or whatever. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for showing up. Thank you, Taz Haitian Kane, for the donation. I really appreciate it. You didn't have to. Thank you, man. Anyways, guys, I'll catch y'all another time. Just wanted to talk to you guys, let you guys know what's going on in the state of Florida. So everything's gonna be looking good in the state of Florida. We're gonna start getting these top recruits. The rest of the states catch up. Get it together. Y'all better talk to y'all lawsmen. And I'm out, y'all.